What's going on, everybody? Hope you are having a fantastic day. As you can tell, I am not Steveo. I am your new host of Squad Farms, the Rental Man Buck. We're going to be starting a farm today with nothing but a pickup truck and a trailer. Now, we purchased this Century farm last week via a quick farm auction, and I got about $165,000 extra on my loan that we're going to use to try and start a farm. Well, it's definitely not the most intelligent thing I've probably ever done. It certainly is something that I'm willing to take the challenge on. We have the ability to get some cattle later on. I wouldn't mind doing that for the sake of beef, but we don't have the money to do that at the moment. Anyways, I gotta head down to the dealership and start picking some stuff up. I know most of you guys might be asking, where on earth did Steveo go? Why did Steveo stop posting content? Well, to be quite honest, Steveo just kind of retired. I don't blame the guy. Had some computer problems a couple years ago and just kind of fell out of it. But fear not, we're going to try and get you guys quite a bit of great content. And if you want to help get Squad Farms back into the algorithm, be sure to smash that like button, possibly even subscribe down below. We're going to have to get on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, auction house, you name it. Okay, so going off of my intellectual knowledge of tractors, we are going to need something that is relatively powerful, but not going to be super duper expensive. We only got the 165 to work with, so I got to be smart with money. I'd probably go with maybe that 1086. The 1086 probably wouldn't be a bad idea, but the 1206 is the cheapest. I mean, it's flashing. It's probably telling me, hey, save your money, get this. I think we will. I think we're going to end up picking this tractor up. Now we got to look into the combines. $75,000 for a combine. That's a little rough, but it's about what we're going to be able to do. I don't plan on getting cattle right out the gate, so let's just roll with the 2144. Going to need a planter. Let's get this. We'll start off by planting soybeans, and we'll harvest beans. Uh-oh, we got a problem here, gents. We only got 50 grand. Well, with a $50,000 loan at 10% interest, I'd say that's pretty good. Now let's get ourselves a grain header. Gonna get ourselves a cheap disc and hopefully a really cheap auger wagon. And we're gonna get that thing as big as we can because I'm gonna need it. I'd like to buy that fertilizer wagon, but I don't think I'd have enough of a use to justify putting 12 grand, but you can't really fertilize the crops if you don't have a spreader. And I know that co-op doesn't have any, at least not right now. Let's just do it because, again, we're going to try and make some money. I think that'll make a pretty nice starting farm. 14 grand. Wakey, wakey, boys and girls. It is now April. It has been a sad ham and cheese sandwich with a pat on the back later. We're ready to go for planting season. We got to get the drill, head down to the co-op, get it filled up with seed, but also we're going to try and maybe get a little bit of P&K in our spreader. As stated, our plans are going to be as followed. We're going to be doing fields of soybeans, and that's it. I got two fields that came with this farm, the one directly off to the right behind the house, and the one that is directly off to the left side of my bin site. Obviously nothing too massive, but it definitely will help get the job done. I think to save on time though, we're gonna take both the spreader and the drill into town with my pickup because you know that thing goes like 60, this thing only goes 20. Let's save some time and money, shall we? I want you guys to head down to the comment section and let me know, with the incorporation of American farming content on this channel, this will probably become the primary source of content, just so you guys are aware, but what can we do on these farms that you guys are really gonna like? If you guys are curious what device I am playing this game on, I am actually on my iPhone SE. I'm using an Xbox controller because it really does help with the gameplay visualization. It's already pre-programmed, so you really don't have to worry about anything. Arriving at the co-op, let's fill this thing up with seed. 3 grand. Yikes. Ooh, that is expensive. That is expensive. We'll be done with that. We'll be done with that. I just dropped the spreader, didn't I? We're spreading the spreader, guys. Rolling back in. We're going to get my buddy Daryl out. He's going to be the one running the tractor. Don't foresee us needing to put P&K on immediately. I know in the game it doesn't necessarily matter, but I'm going to wait for kind of like a first stage to be able to go out there and do it. Now, with our financial situation as it stands, I'll have to figure out if it's worth it to hold the grain in the bins until our prices start to go up, or if I want to do something with just selling directly as we harvest. We got beans selected on the drill. We'll pop into the field, get Daryl on foot, and we'll be on our way. Daryl is moving right along. He's finishing up on his headland passes. He should be doing his up and downs within the next, I would think he'd be doing it next. But I might jump up on the tractor, help him out, try and get the rest of this field planted, and then all we got to do is get the fertilizer hooked up, get our P and K spread out, and hopefully this crop can turn around and get us a pretty good yield. I actually, hang on a minute, I second myself. There's still a whole nother field to plant after this. Why does everything got to be so complicated? Why does everything have to be so complicated? Would it have probably been worth it to get that big planter? Yeah. Did I want to go in that much debt? Not really. I feel the 1206 was actually a really good buy because it can do everything that we need on the farm at a relatively cheap price. We are going to probably need to look into getting another cheap tractor though at some point, so this tractor's not doing absolutely everything, because right now we could have another tractor on the spreader prepped and ready to go right behind this if it needed to. Get lined up, keep on going back and forth. Once we get this field planted, we're just going to kind of take an overview look at it to see whether or not we got all of our spacings correct, and then it is off to really growing. I don't have anything else to do. Ain't got no wife in the house. It's just me. It's pretty sad. That makes one field. We'll go over and do the other. It's off to fertilizing. I think our next purchase is going to be that planter. I thought by buying this little seed drill, I'd be saving myself some time and money. I want you guys to let me know down below, what have you guys been doing on American Farming if you have already played it? What's been your favorite feature? Just what do you do? Ooh, I just realized I'm going to have to watch my fuel as well. It's already down, what, a quarter tank? We're going to start getting on to some shorter runs though, so we'll catch back with you guys when we finally get all the rest of these fields planted. All right. We are coming down to the wire. Got probably one, maybe two passes, give or take, left. Yeah, planter is definitely in the budget for next year. I don't know how much money we're going to make on this, but there's a very good chance we're going to take out a loan, because this seed drill, it's got to go. Something I did notice is that when the AI does around this corner, it's always done this, where it leaves like that really weird patch. Apparently, the AI fixes that itself because it goes all the way through the end and it never really lifts the drill. So it's technically a design. We are approaching half a tank of diesel though, so I am gonna have to watch that fuel gauge. With only one tractor doing all the work, yeah, we're definitely gonna be blowing through a lot of fuel. It also means that we're probably gonna have to keep this tractor relatively clean. So I'm gonna have to pull out my Andy Clean. I'll probably end up keeping that seed drill though, because if we do end up getting cattle and I need to plant a field of grass, I already have the seeder for it. On the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Wi-Fi to others, making music with my friends. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. A lot better. If you guys are hearing that blip from the spreader, that's not really what the game's trying to do. That might just be the transfer of my audio. Still trying to work out the kinks on this. Jumping back over to my truck though, this trailer is not going to be as useful in the first season as it is come the next 2 to 3 when we start working with cattle. When you originally start on this farm, it gives you some hay bales in that shed just right off to my left, and I've already dumped those in the feed trough, so they might already have some food, but I'm still going to have to keep them fed if I really want to be able to grow a good operation. The thing that sucks the most is that you don't have the ability to sell bales, but cattle do go for a little bit of a decent price. Let's go check the store quick. There we go. Checking our beef. Livestock in the month of March are the highest price at 162. I don't really know what the CWT stands for because I am not a livestock or a cattle guy, but basically sell your cows in April and March. That finishes out our first field. Let's go fertilize the other one, and I believe we'll pretty much be ready for harvest at this point. Not every video is going to be like this one. I wanted to get a full season under my belt to just see where we're at financially, so we could see if we could start affording the baler, affording cattle, affording anything new. 2 bean fields being maintained this high kept, I would think are going to provide at least a decent amount of chunk change. plus the amount of material that we bought from the co-op, this should easily last us 2 to 3 seasons. With everything now taken care of in our fertilizing and planting departments, we'll close everything up for shop and get ready to harvest here in the fall. It might be a wee bit early, but these beans seem to be pretty dry and ready to harvest. But the nicest thing on this farm is actually the combine. Everything else on here is pretty old and worn out. This thing at least has AC. If I can pull even close to 20 grand out of this harvest, I'd be pretty happy. Well, she's ready to go. So far, threshing is going smoothly. Don't seem to be throwing any pods out the back. We are gaining on our fill level relatively quicker than I thought we would, so that's a plus. I'm debating on heading over to the store and just picking up another gravity wagon for 5 grand. I mean, it'd only leave me at $1,600, but I could probably transport all the grain in one fell swoop. Tough decisions, tough decisions. Sitting at a little over a half tank, and we're just now starting the rows. It's pretty reassuring, but again, I don't remember, or I can't recall how much this okay, there's no window back there. How much that hopper will hold compared to the gravity wagon with the extension. Oh. Okay, so one hopper on that puts me at about somewhere between a third and half. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Let's see if Darren and I can do the unthinkable. Come on, man, you can do it. We can do it unload on the go. At least I think. Yeah! But I'm like dumping 3/4 of it on the ground. Yeah, I think I might just have to stop. I kind of suck at this. You know what? I think I'm actually going to do something intelligent for once. I'm going to swap the tractor for my pickup, because if I put some weights in the back of that thing, it should be able to tug that wagon at full speed down the road. So let's use what we originally were going to use the entire time from the get-go and get this job done. Make sure we drop the trailer. Got the weights in the back. We are ready to roll. 6-0 to the rescue. Got that 6-0 power stroke action, even with the grill guard. We'll run one more on the go when he comes back with the pipe out. I think that should be enough to hopefully push me over the edge of being full. Heck yeah. Come on, baby, fill her up. The bar looks full, but he's still dumping. Oh, that's it. We're full. We're full. Okay, perfect. Let's head into town and see what we got. Wait a minute. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. The main elevator or ye old mill, 1737. And that's actually the one that's just down the road straight ahead. So let's make our way over to the mill, and hopefully we come home with a mill. Now that I think about it, this is probably 300 bushel, and 300 times 17. I'm not good enough at math. We'll just dump it and find out. Actually, it'll tell me, I think. $5,800. It's definitely a start. 12,000, I can work with that. That's a good starting point to save up for that planner. But big thanks to Steveo for all that he did for this wonderful channel, and I'm very proud to be working back with Grant, as well as bringing Squad Farms back into relevancy. So I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe down below. We are Squad Farms out. Peace.